If you're sending email blasts to everyone on your list, you are destroying your business. Great segmentation is the difference between emails that drive sales and emails that turn customers away for good. In this video, I'm breaking down 7 segments every brand should be targeting, including one almost no one is using, but consistently brings in high revenue. What is segmentation? Segmentation is a group of people you choose to receive a campaign. Both email and SMS campaigns should be segmented strategically. But why does it matter? Think about this. So much time goes into building one email campaign. From concept to copy to design, why throw it all away by not sending to the best group of people? So how can you structure segmentation that drives revenue? First of all, when you're coming up with your campaign ideas for the month ahead, you should be thinking about the ideal segmentation for each campaign. That way, you don't end up forgetting about important groups of people, like your VIPs, recently created non-buyers, and so many others. Every single campaign, 9 times out of 10, should include a core engaged segment. Then you can include additional segments based on the content and angle of the email. These are people who've opened or clicked at least once in a certain time frame. This can be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, 180 days. This time frame, 30, 60, 90 days, can be determined based on the magnitude of your announcement. The bigger the announcement, for example, a sale launch, then the bigger the time frame. This would be your 365-day engaged. The second group of people that you want to be including in your segmentation are engaged non-buyers. These are people who've engaged with emails, but they haven't made their first purchase yet. This time frame can also be determined based on the magnitude of your announcement. One really important note here is to never, ever, ever send to all non-buyers of all time. This would be a huge list of people, many of them unengaged. So sending to them would result in a low open rate, low click rate, low placed order rate, and it could even result in high spams and unsubscribes. Never send to all non-buyers of all time. Choose non-buyers who have some form of interest. Try out conditions like placed orders 0 times over all time and opened or clicked an email at least once in the last 180 days. This can drive sales and keep engagement metrics high. The third group of people that you want to target are recently created profiles. These are profiles who recently subscribed to be a part of your email list. The conditions here could be something like created in the last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. These people are eager to learn about your brand, and they've shown high intent by recently interacting with the website. So capitalize on it. The time frame here can be determined based on how long it usually takes people to convert. High-ticket items will usually take longer for someone to commit to purchasing. So you want to make sure you're educating and building credibility through social proof for multiple months of recently created profiles. For example, for a store with high AOV, target created in the last 120 days and placed order 0 times over all time. The fourth segment you need to be targeting are your VIPs. So many people get caught up in trying to convert non-buyers that they forget all about the best buyers on your list. It's right in front of you, your loyal VIPs. These are people who really love your brand. They've purchased multiple times and spent a good amount of revenue on your site. Make sure they get VIP treatment so they feel special and continue returning to your brand. Customize for customer journey length, AOV, and other variables for your brand. If you have no idea where to start, here are some ideas. You could do placed order at least 5 times over all time, or at least 3 times in the last 365 days. You could also try AOV is greater than or equal to 100, LTV is greater than or equal to 200, placed order 3 or more times in the last 180 days, revenue is at least 200 over all time. These are just some ideas. Of course, you always want to customize it based on your audience and your products. Here's the 5th segment that you need to be targeting. These are your specific buyers. Retarget people whose purchase history indicate they would be likely to buy again from the campaign topic. These could also vary based on the brand and the audience. But here are some examples. You could target people who bought during a similar time in the years before. For example, Christmas time, springtime, Mother's Day, the list goes on. You can also retarget people who bought a certain product. When talking about that product or a product that complements it, you can include these buyers because they could be likely to buy again. You could also target first-time buyers in the last 30 days with educational content. This helps make sure they have the best experience possible and have all their questions answered. You don't have to rely solely on post-purchase flows to educate them. You also want to retarget sale buyers after a busy sale period. Nurture the relationship and include this segment for emails about how your brand gives back, joining a loyalty program, buyer FAQs, asking for a review, all of this timed accordingly, of course. You also want to make sure you're targeting buyers with an AOV less than 50 or whatever your average AOV is depending on your store. Then, make sure you include this segment when you're highlighting items on clearance or during a sale period. If you have a loyalty program, you also want to be targeting your customers with points. So many customers are earning points from their purchases and they don't even know it. Tell them about it, and I guarantee you they're going to come back and shop again. The sixth group of people that you want to target are your Winback. What's a Winback? These are people who came and they purchased once before, but they haven't purchased in a while, and you want to win them back. Don't rely solely on flows to win back your past buyers. For some brands, campaigns can often generate even higher revenue from this group of people. It can be the magic touch needed for a past customer to come back. Always adjust your segment and timeframe based on the audience and product of your brand. Here are some examples of Winback segments that you might want to try. Placed order once over all time, but 0 times in the last 90 days. You could try placed order once in the last 365 days, but 0 times in the last 30 days. You could also try buyers between 60 and 365 days ago. Here's the last and 7th segment that you need to be targeting today. These are your website visitors. These are people who recently interacted with your website in some way, active on site, viewed product, added to cart, abandoned checkout. This is one of the most underutilized segments. Targeting these profiles increases the likelihood of conversion during a critical stage in their buyer journey. Examples of this segment include active on site, viewed product, checkout started, added to cart in the last 90 days, and placed orders 0 times in the last 90 days. Here's a pro tip. If your campaign is about a specific product or collection, you can tailor this segment to target those interested in that specific product or collection. You can also target people who are interested in a complementary product. 2 other examples of this type of segment includes added to wish list in the last 60 days and active on site non-buyers in the last 90 days. If your website has a high volume of traffic due to ads, viral social media, and/or PR engagements, you need to be looking into a pixel that you can add to your website to target those website visitors who do not opt into your pop-up to receive email marketing. Through a platform like OpenSend, you can recover those profiles who had high intent and retarget them before they become cold leads. You can do this through flows and segments created through the OpenSend pixel. Including segments of OpenSend profiles who haven't made a purchase recently, you can convert them into buyers and build trust through education and social proof. At Bad Marketing, we use these segments every day to drive real 8-figure results. These segments lead to better engagement, stronger conversions, and more repeat buyers. This is a proven strategy that we use on every single account. And now you have the playbook, so you can use it too.